So hello everyone and welcome to Career Launcher. So in today's class, we are going to discuss a very important topic, and that is Belt and Road Initiative. Now, why I'm saying it is very important? First, because we have seen previous year question on this topic. Directly or indirectly, we have seen, okay? May not be directly, but yes, indirectly in many exams. May not be in CLAT, but in other exams, we have seen questions from Belt and Road Initiative directly. In fact, some of the questions were indirectly asked in PYQs of CLAT as well. First. Second thing, it becomes important because when you read any editorial, whether it's the Hindu, Indian Express, if you are a daily reader, I'm 100% sure that you must have come across this term Belt and Road Initiative multiple times. अगर आप सही से कायदे से अगर आप इंडियन एक्सप्रेस या द हिंदू का एडिटोरियल पढ़ते होंगे तो आपने जरूर ये देखा होगा, आई एम श्योर. And that is why I had decided, I was thinking to do this class, and that is why today I have decided to take it. This is very important topic. Okay, so I believe that you must have read something about Belt and Road Initiative. If not, then I'm here to discuss that. So am I audible, visible? Is everything fine? Okay, yes. Good evening, Priyanshi, Adrija. Welcome to the class. I think I'm audible, visible, and everything is fine. So let us begin with today's class. I'll discuss this class by the help of question and answer only. Okay, and you have to answer it, and with the help of that, we will learn. And there'll be theory also in between. So let us begin with the first question. Please read the question and then answer me. The Belt and Road Initiative, known in China as One Belt, One Road Initiative, and sometimes referred to as New Silk Road, is a global infrastructure development strategy adopted by the government of China in X to invest in more than 150 countries and international organizations. What is X in the passage? 2007, 2013, 2015, 2009. What is the right answer to this question? Anyone? So basically, nowadays, if you see, they are asking questions by giving you a passage, and a passage-based questions are being there. So when I'm saying passage-based, it means the question sometimes comes like this: X likha hoga, one likha hoga, and they'll ask what is one. So basically, they're asking, the question is asking that One Belt, One Road Initiative, or what we call it as Belt and Road Initiative. We can call it as ऐसे BNRI ऐसे लिखते हैं, या One Belt, One Road Initiative. ठीक है? This is how it is written. So basically, it started when, in which year this concept came out? 2007, 2013, 2015, 2009. What is the right answer? I'm expecting everyone to answer, please, guys. Yes, the right answer actually is, it's not option C, it's actually option B. 2013 is the right answer to this question. It is in 2013 that the concept of Belt and Road Initiative was brought. Okay. So B is the right answer. We will discuss further in detail about it. Okay, and aap dekhoge, if you go to the Wikipedia page of Belt and Road Initiative, it talks about it, that it is sometimes referred to as New Silk Road, is a global infrastructure development project of Chinese government in 2013, and to invest in more than 150 countries. Let's move on to the next one. The BRI, or what we call it as OBOR, One Belt, One Road Initiative, or Belt and Road Initiative, is composed of urban development land corridors linked by road, railway, energy, and digital infrastructure, and Maritime Silk Road. So basically, the idea behind Belt and Road Initiative is to connect China with the rest of the world through roads, railways, energy with the pipelines, and energy through like pipelines, so etc. Then digital infrastructure also, digitally connecting with the rest of the world. And then Maritime Silk Road, we'll discuss separately this Maritime Silk Road. Maritime means we are talking about through ports, through development of ports and shipping routes. That is what you should be doing. So what is the right answer? How many such urban development land corridors, the idea behind? 5, 6, 7, 10. Please tell me. So there are actually 6. Very good, Priyanshi. So 6 urban development land corridors. Okay, linked by road, railway, energy, digital infrastructure. So basically, yes, it is actually mentioned the Wikipedia page only. Why I show you Wikipedia page? Because we have seen a lot of times. अगर आप CLAT का PYQ उठा के देखोगे, There are a lot of cases that they had asked questions from Wikipedia page. For example, when Hamas was in the news, they asked the question from the Wikipedia page of Hamas. Okay. Similarly, there are other also things which were in the news, and अगर आप देखोगे उसके Wikipedia में जाओगे शुरू के first second passage में वो लिखा होता. So that is why Wikipedia questions are pages, or the points which are mentioned in Wikipedia page, especially the initial few passage or paragraphs, are very, very important. Okay. So these are the 6. I searched it and I got it from Standard Chartered Bank. This is actually on their website, bank. This we have seen. So आप देख सकते हो, this is one route. This is from here, and we'll discuss why this is so important for India, and we have raised this concern and all about this one. The second is this, and this is China actually. This is India, if you can see, and China is having link to Europe, है ना? So it is called as New Eurasia, means Europe plus Asia land bridge. The third is China would be connecting with Mongolia. So here is Mongolia, and here is Russia. Okay. So this one, the third one, is actually connecting China, Mongolia, Russia. And the fourth one is China, Indo-China Peninsula. Indo-China is region को कहते हैं. This region is called as Indo-China, which includes Vietnam, Cambodia, ये सब region. ठीक है. The fifth one is Bangladesh and Myanmar. So there is actually China-Myanmar economic corridor also we will discuss. And the sixth one is with Central Asia. That is what you should be knowing. Okay. We will discuss this in detail. And if anyone knows what is this, can anyone tell me what is this? Okay, I'll discuss it. Okay. Now let's move on further. Now the current Belt and Road Initiative, or One Belt One Road Initiative, is actually they have actually tried to realize the old ancient Silk Route again. So basically, there was an ancient Silk Route which was actually prominent somewhere around 100 BC. So since 100 BC till 1500 AD, this was very famous, where actually China used to have trade, silk trade with the rest of the world. So mainly, although it connected even all the parts, like yes, maritime route we will discuss. Chinese control over ports. Yes, we'll come up to that. Okay. So this ancient Silk Road actually mainly was connecting with West Asia, Central Asia. Although it was connecting India and other countries also, but the main connection was with West Asia and Central Asia. US तो होगा नहीं, तो पानी के दूर है ना. So at that time there was very less scope. So West Africa is also far. You can say to some extent it was connecting India also, but mainly with West Asia and Central Asia. Okay, so this was ancient Silk Road. So basically, currently the One Belt One Road Initiative, Belt and Road Initiative, this is modern Silk Road, you can say, है ना? So they are trying to actually replicate that old Silk Road. Okay. And this Silk Road or Silk Road was actually the ancient one, which was somewhere around 2nd century BCC, 15th century AD तक था. Somewhere around 6,400 kilometers connecting Eastern and Western world, है ना? West Asia, East Africa. So basically, अगर आप देखोगे, here is India, this is China. See, China से यहाँ से अब देखो, this is Central Asia, right? और this is West Asia. तो mostly Central Asia और West Asia को connect कर रहा था. But अगर आप छोटी-छोटी lines देखोगे, if you see smaller lines, it was connecting till Egypt, यानी यूरोप में भी जा रहा था, East Africa में भी जा रहा था, even connecting India also. But main जो था यही था, है ना? So this was the main old ancient Silk Road connecting China with Central Asia and West Asia. Okay. But I'm giving you just a rough idea. Now they are trying to replicate the same. And at that time it was primarily a road, but now it can be a railway also. Today it can be pipeline also. Of course, Maritime Silk Road is also there. Okay. So अगर आप देखोगे 114 BC से 1450 AD के आसपास around it was. And I hope you are aware Mongol conquest वगैरह जब हुआ था, because I hope you are aware यहाँ पर Mongols थे, that Genghis Khan was also there during 11th 12th century. So at that time also Silk Road was prominent. Okay. Now let's move on to the next one. The recent actually we are talking now about the modern day Silk Road, or what we call it as Belt and Road Initiative. So this was announced by Chinese Communist Party General Secretary Dash, originally announced in Silk Road economic belt during an official visit to Kazakhstan in September 2013. So which person is being talked about? Mao Zedong, Xi Jinping, Deng Xiaoping, Chiang Kai-shek. What is the right answer? Anyone? Yes, the right answer is option B, 2013. Xi Jinping, who is currently the president also. She is the president for many years. And अगर आप देखोगे Xi Jinping, for the last, I think, more than 10, 15 years, he is actually the president. So that is what you should be knowing. And that is the current Belt and Road Initiative is the brainchild of Xi Jinping. Acha, can you please tell me who brought in 1949, who brought Chinese Communist Revolution out of these four options? Of course, option B to nahi hoga, just because of course he is the recent one. But please tell me, other than option B, that out of these A, C, and D, there was one person who brought Chinese Communist Revolution in 1949. And this is mentioned in NCERT book, I think class 12. Yes, Mao Zedong, very good. And that is why their philosophy is called as Maoism. Mao Se. Okay. So that is what you should know. They brought Chinese Communist Revolution in 49. Let's move on further to the next one. Now, this is a question. Is India a part of Belt and Road Initiative? Yes or no? And please tell me the reason also. One or two reasons. Reasons नहीं मैं बता रहा हूँ, reason ही बता दो. Okay, at least. Is India a part of Belt and Road Initiative? Yes or no? Because if you're reading newspaper daily, then I'm 100% sure you must have come across these terms. Belt and Road Initiative, India part of it or not, and why. अगर आप अखबार पढ़ते होगे, if you read newspaper, you must have come across this. Bangladesh, Myanmar, India, इसलिए. Okay. So actually the right answer is no. Actually, officially India has said no. India will not be part of Belt and Road Initiative. अच्छा कहीं पर होगा, लिंक दिया होगा. Let me show. Is it? I think Bangladesh, Myanmar, India. पता नहीं. I don't know how they have written. But yes, officially India has not joined. ठीक है. So basically India has not joined it, and the reasons are, the first reason is CPEC also, and there is another reason called as dead trad diplomacy. We'll discuss it. Okay. And there are many other reasons also, but these are primary. The first is CPEC. Okay. So basically, I hope you are aware. This is Gwadar port in Pakistan. And this is Kashgar. Kashgar is a city. And यहाँ पे एक province है China का. This province is called as Xinjiang province. And in this province, you will find Kashgar. So Kashgar to Gwadar, they are actually planning to connect via. This is actually जो Google map में बनाई है तो airplane का बना दिया ना. They are actually trying to connect like this. Actually, just wait. थोड़ा सा गलत बना दिया हूँ. Let me. So they are trying to connect like this, something. Okay, so this is what they have defined it as CPEC. China, Pakistan Economic Corridor. Now, why has India raised concern against this, or why has India opposed this? Can anyone tell me? Why has India opposed CPEC? CPEC is one part of Belt and Road Initiative. And one of the reasons why India opposed Belt and Road Initiative is CPEC. What is the reason? The map will tell you the reason. मैंने map में बना भी दिया है. If you have applied the logic, you can tell me that why India has opposed. India has opposed it vehemently at the international forum. Can anyone tell me the reason? Even if you do not know it, you can answer. Yes, Priyanshi, right? So this is actually POK, Pakistan Occupied Kashmir. Yes, we believe that POK is an integral part of India, but it has been occupied by Pakistan. I hope you are aware. We are not going in that history, etc. So basically, if anything is being made, any road, railway, bridge, or whatever it is being made, it should be made with India's permission. and this is violation of India's sovereignty if China and Pakistan agrees for something without India's permission, because we believe that this is a integral part of India. So CPEC में क्या है? Basically they are actually making roads, railways, bridges, everything. There's a pipeline हो गया, roads, etc., connectivity, or perhaps railways वगैरह भी they'll be connecting. Okay, so that is one main reason why India has opposed this. Now China-Pakistan economic corridor. So China is making this Gwadar port also, developing, etc. and all. And this will be helpful for China to avoid the Strait of Malacca. This is very, very important. But before that, let me ask you a question, so that I want you to test your knowledge of this. Now I'm writing A here on the map, B here, here is C, and here is D. Please tell me, out of all four, where will you find Strait of Malacca? You should be knowing it. Where will you find Strait of Malacca? First, you tell me, then I'll explain the reason why China was so much interested in CPEC. A Strait of Bab al-Mandab. ठीक है, very good, Priyanshi. But I'm asking Strait of Malacca कहाँ पर है? आप ये बताइए. ठीक है, you were right. This is Bab al-Mandab. हाँ, this is Strait of Malacca. Very good. ठीक है. और ये B जो है Suez Canal है. I'm sure you must be aware of this. And this is Strait of Hormuz. ये भी अक्सर न्यूज़ में रहता है, Strait of Hormuz. Yeah, so the answer is option C. So basically, it is saying that CPEC will help China avoid Strait of Malacca. Okay, so it is developing deep sea Gwadar port, etc. देखो, अब देखो मान लीजिए चाइना में यहाँ पर काशगर है, and here is Gwadar. Now this region, this West Asia, is important for what? Oil, energy point of view, and oil, natural gas, etc. So if China has to buy something, let's say oil, natural gas, or something, the ship will come like this. जैसे यहाँ से निकल के आएगी, मान लो जी, है ना? Strait of Hormuz, so it will have to go like this. Okay, like this, right? So basically, China will have to cross this Strait of Malacca. Now every year, actually every day, I think more than 200 ships passes from Strait of Malacca. Okay, now basically in future, if it is blocked or something happened because of war or some reason, then China will have another way is this. From Gwadar, it will go like this, and it will be very short for them. That is why it is written in Wikipedia page. This sea and land corridor aims to secure and shorten the route for China's energy imports from Middle East, right, Arab countries. Okay, and avoiding the existing path of Strait of Malacca. Is it clear? That is why for China it is very good, but we have raised this concern because it is violating our sovereignty. Is this CPEC clear? So one of the reasons why India has not joined Belt and Road Initiative is because of CPEC. Is it clear? It's about these are very important actually. When you read editorial, you'll be easily able to understand after watching this class. Okay? Is it clear? I hope it is clear. Yes, enough. So that is what you should know. So it's a $62 billion project, CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. That is what you should know. Okay. And goes our territorial integrity, India and China-Pak infrastructure project. India has strongly said many times, not once, कई बार कहा गया, India ने कहा है different forums में. Now please tell me, yes, they are planning to connect Gwadar and Karachi ports with China and all. Now, recently what has happened is they have decided to actually ask Afghanistan to be a part of that also. That Pakistan, China agreed to extend CPEC to Afghanistan. This was strongly opposed by India again. India's latest concern with China-Pak economic corridor, देखो ये Observer Research Foundation की website पर है ना, and India has raised objection to the possibility of China and Pakistan involving third countries. So when they're talking about third country, it is Afghanistan. Because देखो अगर आप मैप से देखोगे, अगर यहाँ से जा रहा है, if it is going like this, now which third country would be there? अगर आप गौर से देखो, it can be either Tajikistan or Afghanistan. ये होगा ना, दो और रास्ता निकलेगा. Other than India, of course. So that is why China is planning to have extend this. This was in the news. It might extend it to Afghanistan because Afghanistan has very natural gas hote hain, so that would be helpful for China, etc. But we have raised this concern again because this we believe that this is our territory and this violates our sovereignty, and that is why a lot of articles came at that time. So कई सारे अखबार में articles आई थी इससे related. I hope it is clear, right? Is this concept clear? Yes or no? Or do you have other questions related with this? I hope this concept is clear, hopefully. Because these are very important. When you read editorials, you will realize. Okay. Now, मैंने बताया one reason was why India did not join a CPEC. One of the most important reasons. Other reason is dead trap diplomacy. इसको कहते हैं. These are the words used like है ना, dead trap diplomacy. I will explain this in a while. Okay. So just remember it. And another reason, there are many other reasons also, but I will discuss this little bit after 5 or 10 minutes. इसको भी मैं discuss करूंगा because I think this is also slightly important. Let's move on to the next one. How many countries are the part of Belt and Road Initiative? Around 50, 140 to 150, around 170, 70 to 80 or 190? कितने countries part है? Roughly around. In the beginning of the class, I gave first question. उस question में इसका answer mentioned है. Was the first question that I gave in the beginning of the class. उसमें लिखा हुआ था कि around 150 countries. The right answer is B. ठीक है. Yes, Priyanshi, you are right. 145 to 149 countries are members of Belt and Road Initiative. ठीक है. तो आप देख सकते हो these are the countries which are primarily members है ना of Belt and Road Initiative. So इसमें कौन से countries, which countries are actually primarily not in देखो 150 के आसपास है, 190 to 193 countries होते हैं, 150 are members, so which are not the members. तो पहला है इंडिया नहीं member है, which are not the members I am highlighting. US Canada, ये US Canada Mexico ये सब नहीं है. Then Western Europe का कुछ country नहीं है, Brazil नहीं है, and Australia नहीं. So these are the prominent countries which are not a part of Belt and Road Initiative. Roughly मैंने आपको बताया. ठीक है. Please tell me, in 2025 there was one country that withdrew from Belt and Road Initiative. Which country is being talked about? Withdraw कर दिया. It was earlier part of it. It had decided, but it has decided to withdraw now. So जो मैंने highlight किया वो country है, those countries which are not a member of Belt and Road Initiative, roughly. Which country has withdrawn from Belt and Road Initiative? In 2025. So the answer is, अगर आपने पेड क्लास पढ़ा होगा तो मैंने बताया भी था, पनामा कैनाल्स. ठीक है, जहां पनामा कैनाल पाया जाता है ना. So 2025 में पनामा. And Italy withdrew, I think 2 years back, 2023 में Italy ने withdraw किया था. ठीक है. So Panama has withdrawn, and here is Italy. It has also withdrawn. ठीक है. So that is what you should know. तो ये काफी न्यूज में था. है ना. Panama quits China's Belt and Road Initiative. 11 March, फरवरी है ना. Panama withdraws from Belt and Road Initiative. Why China is hinting at US role? ऐसा कहा गया कि after US Donald Trump came to power, it is now pressurizing etc. and all. है ना. That is why it was very much in the news. So of course question can come. यहाँ से question आ सकता है ना. So Belt and Road Initiative is important. Now let us talk about Maritime Silk Road. This is also a part of Belt and Road Initiative. Part of Belt and Road Initiative regarding maritime with the पानी से related, water से related. So we are talking about acquisition of ports and the shipping routes of China, है ना. And having negotiation with some island countries. We will discuss that also, which is very, very important. ठीक है. तो ancient time में भी we are having, है ना, 2nd century BC we are having maritime silk roads, है ना. तो जैसे ये सब था, जो इंडिया के आसपास भी बहुत सारे ships जाते थे चाइना होकर के. These are ancient one. No need to remember, just have an idea. So something similar to that, है ना. देखो ये सब था earlier. Old maritime silk road, ancient ones. Now, even today also, like what we call it as 21st century Maritime Silk Road, this is the modern day Maritime Silk Road, which is the current part of Belt and Road Initiative. This also they are planning it to connect to the rest of the world. One is the example is CPEC, another is string of pearls policy. तो ठीक है, तो मैंने आपको CPEC बता दिया. यहाँ पे ग्वादर port it is making. So this is also one example of a part of Belt and Road Initiative. There are other actually ports which the China is acquiring. यहाँ पे एक श्रीलंका में हम्बनतोता port. I'm sure you must have heard it of Sri Lanka. Then there is this is a first military port. बहुत important location पर है Djibouti. First military base of China outside China. They are made. It is a part of Belt and Road Initiative. Then there are others also, like यहाँ पर Kayakpu port is there in Myanmar. Kayakpu. Then ये Cambodia देख रहे हो? This is Cambodia. And in Cambodia, यहाँ पर एक they are planning to acquire the second military port called as Riam port. So these are the prominent ports that China is trying to acquire or actually taking control of. और अगर आप गौर से देखोगे, इसको क्या कहा जा रहा है? Don't you think that this is the attempt to besiege India or something like that? ऐसे नहीं लग रहा कि इंडिया को आसपास से घेरने की something कोशिश ट्राई कर रहे हैं. Then यहाँ पे बांग्लादेश का भी एक पोर्ट है. So this is called as string of pearls also, which is actually a part of Belt and Road Initiative. That is what you should know. These are the words used by US political researchers, string of pearls. Okay, and the choke points like Bab al-Mandab, State of Malacca, State of Hormuz. And this is actually, perhaps it is considered as an attempt to besiege India also by acquiring these ports. Is it clear? String of pearls is clear? Yes or no? Okay. Now, please tell me the policy of India, the planned policy of India to counter China's string of pearls. म्यांमार रिपोर्ट नेम है कायाकू, KYAKPU. ठीक है, आई विल शो यू. ठीक है ना, मैं दिखा दूंगा उसका नाम. कायाकू, लेट मी राइट इट, KYAKPU ऐसे करके. हाँ, नहीं, इंडिया मिडिल ईस्ट एशिया कॉरिडोर नहीं प्रियांशी, दैट इज नॉट द आंसर. टू काउंटर चाइना द आइडिया इज एक्चुअली, है ना, स्ट्रिंग ऑफ पर्ल्स हो गया, इस नेकलेस ऑफ डायमंड स्ट्रेटजीज को कहते हैं. तो वी विल बेसीज चाइना. तो चाइना को कैसे बेसीज करना है? सो चाइना को बेसीज करना है चाबहार पोर्ट, दुकुम पोर्ट ओमान, मंगोलिया से, जापान, वियतनाम से, चांगी से, एंड लाइक दिस, assumption added like this. This is a plan. ठीक है ना, that is what you should know, because they are besieging us. वो हमको घेर रहे तो उनको ऐसे घेरा जाएगा. That is what is called as necklace of diamond strategy. ठीक है. So why I'm saying it, देखो यहाँ पे चाबहार है ना, और चाबहार है, पूरा क्वेश्चन ही आ गया था. So a lot of questions, like question came in this is 2021 CLAT paper. So now let me ask question. Please tell me this. ये CLAT 2021 का पेपर है. Please help me answer the question. आप आंसर करो. Yes, Priyanshi Goyal, Adrija, you both right. It is located in southeast of Iran in Oman Sea, and it is marine body is more than 300 kilometers. C is the right answer. देखो यहाँ पे है ना, ओमान के बगल यहाँ पे छोटा सा जो सी है इसको ओमान सी कहते हैं, और यहाँ पर स्टेट ऑफ यहाँ पर जो है दिस इज हियर यू विल फाइंड चाबहार, है ना. ठीक है. Now help me answer this question. Question 58. Please read and answer. Which of the following relate to Chabahar and its impact? It is a transit hub to help support landlocked countries of Central Asia. It will play an important role in INSTC. It will optimize logistics cost, bringing efficiency. देखो ऑप्शन सी गलत होने का चांस नहीं है, इतना तो पता होगा. There is no scope of option C because it's simple state answer है. It is a transit hub to support landlocked countries of Central Asia. Yes, Central Asia ही ना, सो सेंट्रल एशिया से अगर आपको डील करना हो तो ऐसे करके यहाँ आओगे, फिर यहाँ से डील कर सकते हो. इट्स अ ट्रांजिट हब. Is it clear? So this is Central Asia, and these Central Asian countries, with the help of Iran, they can do trade like this from Chabahar, and they can do. So these are landlocked. And yes, that is the idea. India has decided to have a Chabahar so that it can do business with Afghanistan. Maybe in future we can do trade with other Central Asian countries also. So that is also correct. This one. And INSTC का भी एक route माना जाएगा. Yes. So the answer is D. So the answer is D. International North-South Transport Corridor is like this. दिखाता हूँ. हाँ, ये है INSTC. So देखो, this is the original route if you want to reach Russia. है ना, तो आप ऐसे ब्लू वाली लाइन से ऐसे होकर के जाओगे. But the shorter route is INSTC. यही है INSTC. then यहाँ से जाएगा, यहाँ बंदर अब्बास पोर्ट है, यहाँ पे चाबहार पोर्ट है, इसकी वजह से फिर यहाँ बाकू करके रशिया. This is INSTC, International North-South Transport Corridor. Please read about INSTC because it was once asked in the exam, so of course they can repeat. This is the planned and this is the current. Blue वाला जो current route है, ठीक है. Okay, फिर क्या क्वेश्चन आया था, है ना? It will help in bringing efficiency and also D is the right answer. Let's move on to the next one. ये तो बहुत आसान क्वेश्चन है. Chabahar Port is a trilateral agreement between it is a trilateral agreement. Yes, the right answer is, oh my god, it is very important. Chabahar Port, India, Iran, Afghanistan is the right answer. Let me explain. Okay, देखो, India was having good relation with Afghanistan before Taliban came to power, so we were planning actually many years. Chabahar Port आज का नहीं है, for many years we were actually planning it. So let's say from Mumbai we'll go to the cruise ship. From this actually there is a place called as Zahedan. Let me zoom it. अगर कोई zoom, हाँ यहाँ पे दिखा दो. So जैसे मुंबई से आप गए यहाँ चाबहार cruise ship, फिर चाबहार से Zahedan. This is Zahedan. You can go by train and from here you can go to Afghanistan. और ये हाईवे का नाम है Zaranj Delaram Highway. Delaram Highway. Please remember it. So basically India made Chabahar Port to deal with Afghanistan. Why? Because doing trade via Pakistan was very difficult. That is why we decided this route. Is it clear? So basically India, Iran, Afghanistan, the main reason why Chabahar, India did the deal with Chabahar was actually to reach Afghanistan. Is it clear? ठीक है, ये पता होना चाहिए. This is very, very, very important. Because this is a previous year question, 2021 CLAT paper, and with PYQs at least you should be knowing it, so that if it gets repeated, then you should not miss it. That is the idea. अगर previous year question repeat हुआ exam में और आपसे miss कर गया तब तो गलत बात है. That should not happen, right? है ना? The special purpose vehicle, special purpose vehicle जो था India Ports Limited was actually responsible for managing Shahid Beheshti Port in Chabahar. ठीक है? C is the right answer to this question. है ना? Yes. Now, recently in the last few years, we have seen very much in the news two prominent islands with which China has done a deal, and this is also considered as a part of perhaps Silk and Maritime Silk Road, which is a part of Belt and Road Initiative. एक तो 2-3 साल पहले हुआ था 2022 से 23 में, एक अभी recently हुआ है, I think 24 या 25 में. Two prominent islands. Both are actually in the same ocean. इतना तक बता दिया. And perhaps there were reports that perhaps these islands will allow Chinese military or navy to stay there also. So there were a lot of agreements were actually secret. Acha, Sri Lanka and Maldives you are saying. No, small islands in Pacific Ocean. In Pacific Ocean there are small islands. अच्छा, वहां से सोच रहे हो इंडियन ओशन, ठीक है, श्रीलंका एंड मालदीव सी, बट ये दोनों आइलैंड स्पेसिफिकली पैसिफिक में थे, पैसिफिक में. So one is Solomon Island. That was very much in the news, and when it did the deal, it came in the exams. First exam like Solomon Island recently in the is in which ocean, something like that. Then the other is actually recently it has done deal with Cook Island. ठीक है, नहीं पूछेंगे Cook Island recently in news is where? Sits in Pacific Ocean. ठीक है, खैर देखो अब मैं दिखाता हूँ पहले मैरीटाइम, है ना, चाइनीज फर्स्ट मिलिट्री बेस मैंने दिखा दिया जिबूटी में, आई हैव ऑलरेडी शोन इन द मैप। कहाँ चला गया, यहाँ पे जिबूटी में मैंने बताया, आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड फर्स्ट मिलिट्री बेस। Then they are talking about is Riam naval base. China is expanding in Cambodia. Riam naval base, यहाँ पे they are planning the second military base they are planning. Then यहाँ पर है Kayakpu port. Kayakpu port in Myanmar. देखो यहाँ है ना, यहाँ लिखा होगा string of pearls Kayakpu. This is the name of the spelling. Someone was asking, सर spelling बताइए म्यांमार में ये report. Then yes, recently Cook Island से deal किया, देखो अभी फरवरी की न्यूज़ है ना, ये भी मैंने I still remember in paid classes in current affairs revision series I have taught, ठीक है। और 2-3 साल पहले सोलोमन आइलैंड से डील हुआ था, that was also very much in the news, ठीक है। So China did a deal with Solomon, this is Solomon Island 2-3 years back, and China recently did a deal with Cook Island. Both are in Pacific Ocean, ये Pacific है, just wait, है ना। है ना, ये पैसिफिक ओशन है, ठीक है। In fact, when China has done a deal with Cook Island, the New Zealand is not very happy. ये भी रिपोर्ट्स आ रही थी, है ना, कि न्यूजीलैंड वाज रेजिंग कंसर्न, कहीं लिखा होगा, हाँ, न्यूजीलैंड कंसर्न, व्हाई China did a set of Cook Island New Zealand issues, है ना, so New Zealand is not very happy because it is very near, and there were reports perhaps that they will allow Chinese military navy to stay there. Even USA is not happy because there is Hawaii Island of USA. Okay, so if Chinese military will be in this region, it is not a good for USA also. ठीक है, so these things were in the news, है ना। डेट ट्रैड डिप्लोमेसी में थोड़ा सा बताता हूँ, ब्रह्मा चलानी is a very famous foreign policy expert. He has given this concept of debt trap diplomacy. Although it is actually a lot of agreements, disagreement were there. Hambantota port के specific के context में बहुत use किया आता है, that Hambantota port is in Sri Lanka. Initially China said कि I will build it, we will give you loans, and these loans were unsustainable. And they were not able to repay back the loan, so they said, okay, give us for 99 years or something like that. So these things were in the news. Okay, we are not going in that detail, but this is the reason why it is considered, as a lot of people have written, that this is debt trap diplomacy. That first gave them debt, and the debt is so high that the country will not be able to pay, and finally it had to lease the land or port. The problem, this is not a good for India also, because if it is controlled by China, the China will next day send a, let's say, navy ship here, and it will be very near to India, which will be a good, not a good sign. Even the case, it might happen with Pakistan's ports, etc. and all. So debt trap diplomacy. So that is why I have told you, मैंने बताया था ना कि India did not join Belt and Road Initiative. The first reason was CPEC, of course. This was the reason. The other main reason was debt trap diplomacy. Because let's say we join it and we have taken some loan and all, and the next day we are not able to pay, or it's very highly costly loans, then perhaps we have to lease some land. It violate our sovereignty or something like that. So easily this was very much in the news. Okay, I hope you would have enjoyed the session. Please press the like button, share this video. This was a very important session. अगर आप कुछ miss कर गए हो, please watch it again, because this would be very, very helpful. ठीक है, ये class important है. That is why I'm saying. So thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.